We're going to start in 4, 3, 2, 1, go! And they are off here at Coney Island, ladies and gentlemen. A 12-minute all-you-can-eat contest. Eric Badlands Booker. Next to him, Sonia the Black Widow Thomas. Takeru the Tsunami. Kobayashi. Listen to this crowd. Feel the breeze here under the umbrella blue sky of the Almighty. The inverted crucible from which all of his bounty flows. And it looks as if the finger of the Almighty will come down. It will descend to anoint and initiate on the eater here today.
Kobayashi already at 4 hot dogs. Kobayashi came out today wanting to win this. Shirota right on him. 1-2. 1-2, 5 and 5 hot dogs. Kobayashi truly in a class by himself, I thought. He's a magician. Everything clicks offensively for this guy in the first few minutes of the contest.
Let's take a look at Shirota here. He's doing 2 at a time. Have you ever seen a competitor do that? I mean, he's got a disproportionately huge head, a large cavity to feed those dogs into.
Yeah, you know, another story here is Sonia Thomas. I mean, she's a rookie, and rookies are a little bit naive, which actually can help them. Sonia, you know, comes in, she doesn't psych herself out. She's still new to this. She doesn't expect to lose. It's a good thing to be young in this game.
Now, Badlands Booker, a little behind right now. Kobayashi has taken the lead, but Shirota's right there with him and answering pretty much dog for dog.
I mean, the story right now, it looks like Kobayashi and Shirota. Now, Booker, of course, he's not had a career year, but, you know, he refuses to retool his game. He told me last night he's going to stick to the fundamentals. It's the fundamentals that got him to this stage, and he's not going to switch gears midway through his career. Ed Cookie Jarvis, what can you say with that do-rag and everything, really pulling it for America today? He's a durable leader. You know, he came onto the scene, as I said, a sweets expert, proven himself in ribs, certainly proven himself in hot dogs. He'd like to win this today.
Looked like Ed had to take a little pause there to get that last one down.
Look at this story unfolding, though, with Shirota right behind Kobayashi. I mean, Shirota is unbelievable. I call him the Matsuya Mastication. They call him Godzilla here in Coney Island. No one really knows the capacity or the speed of this individual, but he is one man giant. Look at him.
Watch him. 2 at a time he's feeding in there, and he's chomping like a machine. He's not even breaking a sweat.
Now, Rich Lefevre, as I said, not really a storied eater, not very celebrated. He likes the distance game. 12 minutes, he believes, is kind of a sprint. He'd rather go for a longer game, not the short game. But Rich Lefevre at 8 hot dogs is holding his own just behind Jarvis.
Let's go down to the stage and George Shea. George?
Well, listen, we're right here on the stage now. Kobayashi is doing something that is absolutely phenomenal. We are only 3 minutes into this contest, and you have him up on his 17th hot dog. If this pace can continue, you will see history made here. But Sonia Thomas with 10, Eric Badlands Booker with 12, and Cookie Jarvis right there trading dog for dog. I have Rich the Locust Lefevre with 11, and I have, wait a second, now we have a dog fight. I am looking at Nobuyuki Shirota. He has 15.
There's Crazy Legs Conti.
Crazy Legs Conti, a bankable star. He's got a big documentary out this year called Crazy Legs Zen and the Art of Eating. He came on to the scene with great fanfare. Crazy Legs not really going to perform here today. He's been putting up 16, 17 dogs of late.
One of the things we should mention, Rich, is that where's the break point? Where's the wall really hit at what minute mark?
It depends on the eaters. We'll start to see some stress at 6 minutes. Really, we call the wall about the 8-minute mark, 7-8 minute mark. But you'll see stress out of some of these eaters in about 8 minutes. Sonia Thomas, though, is really the mark of a professional. As the minutes wear on, she actually gets more into the zone. Look at Hungry Charles Hardy. He is a veteran eater. He is called the godfather of competitive eating. Hungry Charles, another man who, if it weren't for the Japanese, probably would have had a belt in his closet, you know?
Well, Charles is a former American record holder. He was a volunteer at Ground Zero at 9/11. In fact, he suffers from asthma now, which has kind of cut into his competitive eating.
Yeah, Charlie, though, is still there, you know, on game day, and he's loved by the fans, especially here in Brooklyn. Dale Boone, look at him right there, the mouth of the South, not exactly soft-spoken. If there's a Jeremy Shockey in our sport, it is Mr. Dale Boone, 9th generation of Daniel Boone, a guy who also is not doing great this year. Rookie of the Year, though, in 2002.
He claims that, along with being a descendant of Daniel Boone, that Brett and Aaron Boone are also on the other side of the family descendants of the Boones.
And Pat Boone. Now look at Carlene Lefevre, not in full pop yet, but she is dancing a little bit. She's from Henderson, Nevada. She's an aerobics instructor. She is in impeccable shape. look at the grace of this woman. She is eating beautifully. She will probably put up, somewhere just north of 20 hot dogs. I mean, she's a lady at this table.
Now let's go back to Cookie Jarvis and Badlands Booker, and they've got some catching up to do. Kobayashi's starting to pull away from the field.
Yeah, you see Booker still up there in third place. Now, Jarvis, don't count him out. When he gets into the thick of things, I think he'll move up into the top 4 at very least. Booker at 18, Kobayashi at 22. Kobayashi at 28, Shirota holding his own at 22. Shirota could be an interesting story to watch today. I'm surprised we're not seeing Sonia yet, but she's got a long way to go. Whoa, look at that Cookie Jarvis. The heat, the pressure starting to get to this man. Fighting back a belcher. It looks like he did that successfully. Kobayashi now, look at him shaking, almost like Axl Rose on the stage of the Garden, really getting into the zone.
We're closing in on the halfway mark, and he seems to have gotten a new burst of energy, and Sonia Thomas is also starting to throw him down.
Look at Sonia Thomas. She really is very graceful when she eats. She doesn't stress out. We're now halfway through. She is not going to hit the wall. Sonia Thomas is only a rookie. This is actually a culmination of her first year in competitive eating. She did 25. That's a female world record. Perhaps she'll break the female record today that she set last year.
Here we are at the halfway mark, and a surprise of sorts with Rich Lefevre in the running here in the top 5.
Oh, Kobayashi's going.
Look at Kobayashi. He's getting into it now.
Those dogs down. He wants to break
finding room in there. Let's go down to George for a stage update.
Well, this is absolutely unbelievable. We are at the halfway mark, and Kobayashi has 33. Cookie Jarvis, 18. Sonia Thomas, 18. And Badlands, 20. But Nobuyuki Shirota, 26. 26 hot dogs and buns. I believe his pace is pushing Kobayashi, and that we may see this go all the way to a new record.
Well, we were talking about 50 being the standard, 50 and a half, the record set by Kobayashi himself a couple of years ago. But remember, it was Ruth and Maris in 60 and 61 up until the last few years when McGuire and Sosa and Buns kind of obliterated that. Is 60 possible?
I think 60 definitely is possible. Kobayashi said he wanted to do 55. He does not talk trash. What's interesting is, unfortunate for the Bookers and the Sonia Thomases in this game, because, Shirota is kind of the Scottie Pippen to Kobayashi's Michael Jordan, and if you're going to get to Kobayashi, which they all want to do, they got to get through Shirota first. Shirota's really holding his own, could put up a second place, but don't count out Sonia Thomas yet for third place and a new record. Sonia Thomas has eaten 36 dozen Louisiana oysters in 10 minutes. She has what it takes.
There you see Ed is a Chinatown dumpling eating, and it looks like Ed is just really battling it today. I don't think he's going to be a factor in our final 5. Shirota's still coming on. We got a little less than 4.5 left here. I think we could at least see 2 break 50 today.
Yeah, I think we will see at least 50 broken by Kobayashi. Not unlikely that Shirota would get there too. Probably not the Americans. It's interesting. Kobayashi's really in a class by himself, but it looks like Shirota may have actually achieved greatness today if he gets up north of 40.
Well, the other thing to mention here, those are top 5, a quarter of the field, but all 20 are still consuming. As far as I can see, everyone's putting some dogs down. About 500 in all will be consumed by just these 20 people.
Yeah, we've got eaters from all over the world. We've got the Ukraine represented, Germany represented. It's really an international event, not just patriotic for the Americans, but a day of patriotism for all these different nations. One thing that's interesting, you were mentioning, look at Eric Booker. Obviously, he is in the zone. Eric Booker very comfortable right now, and he's had 12 months. 12 months to think about 12 minutes of hot dog eating, and that's what's going to be tough, for Ed Cookie Jarvis. When Jarvis goes home, if he doesn't place, in the top 3, Jarvis is going to say, man, I kind of let my fans down, I let myself down.
Yeah, both Cookie Jarvis and Badlands Booker, they're on the bus together, all 20 of these competitors. So you get the fractions, the rivalries going on there, even between the Japanese amongst themselves, and of course the Americans and the Japanese, the big 400-pounders against the little lightweights like Sonia Thomas.
Look at Sonia Thomas. You think of great rookies, you think Ted Williams in baseball, LeBron James in basketball, maybe Tony Stewart in NASCAR, and now clearly Sonia Thomas in competitive eating. Sonia is certainly fixing to break her record. She's at 24 now. She's just got to get north of 25 to break the female world record here in Nathan's Famous.
Pretty amazing. Korean-born. She works at Andrews Air Force Base in Virginia, and she works in the restaurant business, so she's never too far away from food.
This is unbelievable, though. Kobayashi is 11 dogs ahead right now. Kobayashi could go to his 4th victory here.
He gets a lot of body English into his. Did you see the wiggle get there for Kobayashi? Let's talk about some techniques, Rich, because there's even names given to some some of these.
Yeah, I mean, that wiggle you referenced is actually known in the circuit as the Kobayashi shake. It's almost a little dance where he kind of shakes his body back and brings the food down. Kind of looks like a deadhead at a widespread concert, just kind of moving it around like someone put an ice cube down your back. He's actually trying to get the food down. If Kobayashi were to go home, with his 4th straight title, that would be a record. It's been since 1916. No one's ever gone with 4 straight victories. I mean, it'd just be unbelievable. And Johnny can throw up 4 Grand Slams, maybe. Tiger Woods held all 4 majors in 1 year. But if Kobayashi goes home, indeed joining great company in the world of sports.
Well, he has already easily surpassed last year's disappointment in which he won the title, but regressed down to 44.5.
Booker holding his own, though, at 26 right now in 4th place. Sonia Thomas, man, she might edge out Booker, Lefevre, and Jarvis. It would be quite amazing if a woman comes in 3rd place. The American, the big boys, I don't want to take anything away from. Look at that Kobayashi shake. Chugging those hot dogs like a freshman at a keg party. It's unbelievable.
Closing in on 50. It's the magic number here. This will be the 3rd time he's done it at this competition.
Now look at, oh, the big man almost suffering a little reversal there. Almost suffering a reversal.
He's fighting it.
He's keeping it down. A totally crestfallen Ed Cookie Jarvis. Crestfallen.
We're into our final minute. Next one will be Kobayashi's 50th.
Look at Kobayashi. Will he break his record? He's really
easily. He hammered that thing down.
He's got to get to 51 to break the world record. The fans would go insane here in Coney Island. Never before at Nathan's Famous have we seen 51 dogs. Kobayashi may indeed do that. He is a magician. He is arguably the best athlete practicing any sport today. Kobayashi with 36 seconds left.
Kobayashi's up to 52.
52, a new world record. Unbelievable. Kobayashi now, of course, can he get an extra 3 down in 30 seconds? I'm not sure, but unbelievable. This is an amazing accomplishment at Nathan's Famous. Look at him.
Fighting another one off, but he's not slowing down. He's actually picking up the pace.
He is focused. This man has eaten 17.7 pounds of pan-seared calf brains. In 15 minutes, can he do it?
Last 10 seconds, the last shake.
History has been made in Coney Island at Nathan's Famous today. Never in the 89-year history of this contest have we seen that many hot dogs in 12 minutes. Look at the joy on his face.
A new standard set.